Morning, VC. Here we are in the basement on a Monday morning. It's time for the Monday wrap-up. This is number 10. Coming up with number 10. Getting about 100 viewers a week on this, which is pretty good for me. It's above my average. I usually average between 60 and 80 views, I would say. And I'm really happy about that. I'm happy that people are supporting it and seem to be coming back just to hear me yap on about what's been going on. It was a pretty interesting week, especially in the VC. One thing I want to talk about first, my friend Vinyl Richie. He didn't, if anybody watched my video last week, I told this story. I had this little thing called F off or not. And I came up with this thing that happened to me where a woman butted into me in the grocery store in the line, stood there without a cart until her friend came in with the cart. And I'm telling the story how I'm like 6 or 8 feet back and the woman stood in front of me. The first comment from Vinyl Richie was, just, yeah, shit happens. And, probably would have told her to F off or something, whatever he said. And then I get another comment back from him. He says, I've been thinking about this. There's no way you could have been only 6 feet back. You had to be 10 yards back for this to have happened. Okay, Columbo. I'm going to tell you. I was 6 to 8 feet back. I'm right behind the cart ahead of me, like 6 feet behind it, directly straight line. This woman came from the side and stood in the middle. She had lots of room. She had 6 feet just to stand there. And then her friend came up from the side as well and stood in the cart. So my cart's like that and her cart's like that in front of me. So, Richie, go back to detective school. You didn't. I could almost see the face like Peter Falk and Columbo going, there's something bothering me about this. But anyway, thanks, Rich. I wanted to clear that up. Made me laugh. Anyway, contests in the VC. Patrick's a great guy, the vinyl archivist. He had a contest for 500 subscribers, and it was just a pretty simple contest, and it was fun to do. It was your favorite Beatles cover song, like a song that the Beatles wrote that someone covered, not a song they covered. And it was great. I picked Tony Furtado, banjo player, with guest star Alison Krauss doing I Will. Beautiful, check it out, great version. Oh my God. New channels. I got to talk about this. I'm watching a video yesterday morning from a channel. So I watched Jeff Witcher's Final Destination, one of my favorite channels. Jeff is just an awesome guy. I absolutely love Jeff. If you're not subscribed to Jeff Witcher's Final Destination, do yourself a favor. He's very knowledgeable in music and makes kind of funny videos at the same time. I know I've told about the one where he sneaking into his uncle's house to steal records and stuff. He's got a great sense of humor. And anyway, so he's got a video on yesterday responding to someone's video. So I don't know what's going on, to Invisible Records or something. I go on it, and Jeff's given tips on how to have a successful channel to this guy. So I'm intrigued, and I go over to the Invisible Vinyl Record channel. This gentleman there, he's got like 20 subscribers, 25, I don't know, something like that, 20 to 30. And he's given this video. The man is a beaten man. He's just going, I've been doing these videos for how long? I can't get anybody to support me. I thought I would come in. I hear this is a welcoming, community and all this. And it was just like the saddest video I've ever watched in my life. And so I subscribe to his channel. And I say, hey, I found you through the response thing for this. So I said to me, you're not really reaching out to get people to know, because obviously you haven't been on my channel. If you would have commented, then I would know you were there and I would have come back and subscribed to you. So if that gentleman's watching, I don't know his name, but the Invisible Record channel, he got a lot of great advice and a lot of support. He ended up with 61 subscribers by the end of the day. So 30 some people supported him, and he did a short video last night, like a minute long, just thanking everybody. He was overwhelmed. So the Invisible Vinyl Record, go check him out and subscribe to him. He seems like a pretty nice guy, and I think that when people start their channels, um, it's hard to figure out how to get anyone to notice. But you got to communicate, man. When you start your channel, I strongly advise that you comment on other people's videos. You go on as many videos as you can, and you make comments. And if you're like me, and like a lot of people in the VC, and like everyone should be in the VC, is that when someone is kind enough and cool enough to watch me yapping off for 5 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever, how long they watch, but they actually take the time to comment, whether it's telling me I'm an idiot, or agreeing with me, or thanking me for turning them on to something, or just saying they enjoyed the video, whatever the comment is, I don't care. I 100% of the time respond to every comment. It's very important, because that's what this is all about, is communication, and that's how you grow a channel. So another thing I do is I look at all my favorite channels. If I'm watching Shannon Talks Music, or Calico Silver, or Jeff Witcher, or whoever I'm watching, I always see who comments on their channel. And if it's someone I don't recognize, I click on their channel, and then I leave a comment on their latest video, and I say, hey, I just saw your comment on Shannon's channel. I just wanted to come over and subscribe and support your channel, and look forward to watching your videos. I'd say 80% of the time that person comes back and subscribes to my channel. So I'm coming up to a year in the VC now. March 29th, I did my last of 2020. I did my first video. So I'm trying to figure out what to do to celebrate, because it's been an amazing year. You know, I got to tell you, before I started these videos, you know, I was playing a lot of music. I was playing in a band at one point, and I quit. And then I really was kind of aimless. I wasn't playing any music or anything, and because of my nephew Jack, who has Jack's Stereo Experience, another channel you need to subscribe to, he got me involved. I won't tell the whole sordid details, I've told it before, but he got me interested, and then finally I got up the nerve to do my first video, and you know, it's a learning experience, and a year now. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's been a really rewarding year. This last week, someone I used to play music with emailed me and asked if I was interested in trying out for another band, and I didn't say no, but you know what? In my heart, I was going, no, I don't want to. I'm don't really have the time and the energy to sit and learn songs and work on a whole thing to get something together. I'm so happy doing this, and working on my record collection, and playing a bit of my bass and playing a bit of my banjo, just for my own fun. And I am the happiest man on earth right now. It's like this vinyl community has been the most enriching, rewarding experience of my life, and that's in 68 years, almost 68 years in June. I'll be 68. One of the most rewarding experiences, for sure. The friendships I've made for people that, you know, we never would cross paths with, people like, you know, that you meet and have become friends with. And I consider them real friends. Like, you know, they're not just people online that you chat with, or someone on whatever, like on a forum that you just happen to chat back and forth. I mean, I feel like I've made some really solid friendships with people that, you know, live thousands of miles away from me and never would cross paths any other way, except we share this passion for music, and people are just so nice on this thing. That's enough gushing, but yeah, just I don't know what to say. I love you all. This is amazing. Thank you. Channels. So, anybody watch Jack's Tracks Records? The young guy, full of enthusiasm. Oh my God, he's incredible. And now I've been aware of his channel and watched a couple things. I knew he was pretty cool, but you know, Lisa and Tedesco and I have this channel, Base to Base, with Lisa and Glenn, and we're having a contest, and he entered a contest. Now, he also has another channel called Jack's Tracks Contest. That's his channel for doing contests. And he did the most incredible contest in our bass contest. He did the greatest entry. I just loved it. He was amazing. If go to Jack's Tracks contest and check out his videos, especially the one he did for us. Jack's Tracks Records. He's got like 840 subs. Like he's a popular VC guy. JC Rock and Metal Reviews. John. He's a really nice guy. He's based in Mexico City. He does this artwork. I don't know if you've seen his channel, but on the back he does artwork of kind of album covers and music related stuff. I won his contest last week. It was and I got the pick of the art from the back of his wall, and I picked this hand thing he did by hand, a painting of the Division Bell cover with those two half heads kind of joining together. So he's sent it up to me. I'm really excited about getting this. I'm going to frame it and hang it. And John, if you're watching, I was really excited to win that one. That was great. Oh my God. Last week, I mentioned that Bob Dylan has a new bootleg series coming up. I love the bootleg series. I think this one's going to be bootleg number 16. These come in like deluxe packages with like 6 CDs with every bit of like the song right from the first time they did it, the first take to the 100th take. But so you have to be a real Dylan fan to like those. But they also come in like a 2 or 3 CD set, and that's the ones I normally buy because I've got 3 of the big deluxe ones, but they're expensive and you don't listen to a lot of it, so it's really just for I don't know, to have it. And anyway, the original press release said that this was coming out. It's the Infidels Sessions. I love the Infidels album, released in 1983, I think. Got Joker Man on it. Great album. The original press release said it was coming out in April or May. They've pushed this back now until later in the year. So anybody who was watching this was all excited about this thing coming out. Now it's pushed back until the fall or late fall or whatever. That's too bad. But yeah, so I didn't give you wrong information. They just changed the information. I just watched. Anybody watch Andrew Dixon's channel? Andrew does a lot of Beatles stuff. He's a Beatle expert and it's unboxing all the new stuff. And they sent him, Apple Records sent him an advanced copy of the Plastic Ono Band Deluxe box set. And they also sent him the 2 CD sets, which I've noticed there's a video up reviewing those now, unboxing them, but I haven't seen that one yet. But I watched the deluxe box with 6 CDs in it. I think I don't know if it's 6 CDs and 2 Blu-rays or 4 CDs and 2 Blu-rays. I can't remember, but it comes in this beautiful packaging. The box with the cover, with John sitting under the tree, it just looks so vibrant. It's really nice looking. And it comes with a book, a beautiful book, like a 150-page book. And I am just dying to get this. I've asked my wife, my birthday's in June, I've asked my wife to get it for me for my birthday because it's expensive, man. It's like in Canada, it's $150. I think on Amazon in the US, it's Amazon.com, it's $114. Somebody said anywhere from $114 to $130. You want to check, but my advice is grab it at that price because I was talking to my buddy who owns the record store here, and he's looking at like $180. He thinks to sell it. So I think Amazon's got the price a little low right now. So if you're interested in it, check it out. I'm dying to get my hands on it. Plastic Ono Band and All Things Must Pass are head and shoulders better than any other Beatles solo albums, in my opinion. And I love a lot of them, but those 2 in particular really are epic. Oh, March Madness, sports. Let's do sports. Frick, Michigan State. I had my Michigan State hat on last week doing a video, and they went out first game. So I'm kind of watching, and I don't know. I filled out a bracket on ESPN.com for something to do. I guess I could have won something if I won. That wasn't why I did it. I just enjoyed doing it. And I'm like at 30%. I'm so far down. It's not even funny. I really sucked. I mean, Ohio State got beat by Oral Roberts University. I didn't even know there was an Oral Roberts University. Man, imagine them being a basketball powerhouse, college basketball. So here's my thought. I had an epiphany while I'm doing this bracket and talking about it on the VC. Next year, I've mentioned this to Elliot Cruz and to Aaron Mutha Alamar. Next year, we're going to have a VC bracket. I'm trying. I need somebody to help me with this. So if anybody's watching is a fan of March Madness and wants to do it, even if you're not, you can still get involved because anybody can fill out a bracket. I watch a bit of college basketball and I sucked at it, so it doesn't really matter. You couldn't have done any worse than me if you'd never watched a game in your life. I'm thinking if everybody who wants to join fills out a bracket, somehow we have to have. I don't know if this can be done online somewhere. I'm sure it can, but I really need some help from somebody who's smarter at this kind of stuff than me. But I'll come up with the brilliant idea. Let's have a March Madness bracket competition. Everybody who enters $10 promises to give a $10 gift certificate from Amazon at the end of the competition, and we'll see who wins. Now we could, if there's only a few of us, like a handful of people, then we'll just have one winner. But if, say, like 25 people decide to do it, $10, it's a lot of money. So maybe we could have the first two or three winners or something like that. But next year, like come February, I'm going to be doing a video asking anybody to help me get this thing up and running. I think we could do it, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. Okay. Board games. Anybody into board games? My wife and I love board games, and we play lots of them. That's the one's called Ticket to Ride. That's really cool. It's what you got to build these train routes across North America. That's kind of fun. It's good for two people. You can play with more, but it's just nice to have something to do with your spouse. And yeah, games like that. There's a game called Sequence. It's really cool. But talking to my great friend Lisa Tedesco and my partner on Base to Base with Lisa and Glenn, she casually mentioned one day that her and her husband play this game called Rummy Cube or Rummy Cub. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And it's based on the card game Rummy. And my wife is a big Rummy fan. It's her favorite card game, and we play that. And so I told her, and I said, this might be good for us. So we got it. There it is. Rummy Cub. What a fun freaking game this is. And it's challenging as hell. So instead of the card, you have tiles, and there's four different colors of tiles, like representing the four suits in a card deck. And it's basically like Rummy. You got to get your runs and your sets of sevens or eights or whatever, and you got to put them down. But in this game, you get to manipulate the rummies that are already down on the table and make new rummies and stuff. It's really actually very challenging, and it's fun. So if anybody's looking for a game they can just play with their spouse or even their kids, whatever. Rummy Cub or Rummy Cube, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but highly recommend that game. I got some records and some CDs this week. I traded in some stuff. I had some extra stuff. I don't know why. I ended up with doubles on some stuff. I guess some records that I've replaced and other stuff that I just wasn't listening to. You ever get that? Like you get records sitting here. So last summer, I was at this antique barn, and I came across some records, and the guy sold them to me like, anywhere from $1 to $5 a piece. I bought the 2 Roger Waters albums, Radio Chaos and Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking, for $5 each, in absolutely mint condition. Radio Chaos still had the shrink wrap on it. It looks like never been played. And I've been sitting on those records, and I played them once. And they're okay, but they're just not something, I don't know what it is about those records. They're great. Roger did a great job on them, and I'm not slamming them anyway. I like them, but it's just not something I'll play. I'll probably play a Floyd album before I'll play those. So I thought, why have records like that sitting around? Like, why not take them in and trade them, let someone else enjoy them, and I'll get something that I'll play all the time. So I took them to my local guy, Zap Records in Coburg, Ontario, the greatest independent record store in Canada, Zap Records. He'll ship. Look them up, Zap Records. Tell him he'll bring anything in for you and he'll ship anywhere. Tim, Zap Records, Coburg, Ontario. Cobourg. Anyway, I went to see Tim, trade in some records. It turns out those two Roger Water albums are out of print and very much sought after. I think the one sells for like $50 and the other one sells for $40. So I got a pretty good trade-in value on those. I traded in like, I don't know, 8 albums, 10 albums, or whatever I got. And I don't think it was that many even, and got $90 credit. So I bought some stuff. I bought this because this is the one album that's missing out of my Johnny Winters collection. Is Still Alive and Well. I freaking love this album. This is a music on vinyl release. Really nice pressing. This is a great record. Absolutely love it. Now I've got all the first 4 or 5 Johnny records, which is really what I wanted. The great Canadian songwriter and singer, Stan Rogers. Stan, if you don't know Stan, around in the 70s and 80s, he's from the east coast of Canada and sings songs about, sailing and growing up and the fishermen and the harbors and all that. Just beautiful. Lots of just great Canadiana stuff and some beautiful love songs. And he's just, he was amazing. He died in that runway fire in Cincinnati back, when was that? That had to be like late 80s or something maybe. Maybe earlier than that. Can't remember. Maybe 86, 87. Yeah, he tragically died in that fire. I think 9 or 10 or 11 people perished in that. The plane caught fire on the runway before takeoff. Horrible story, and we lost Stan. But he left us some great music, and this is an album called Fogarty's Cove. I bought this for $10. It's in beautiful shape. Great album. Do yourself a favor if you're into folk music. Check out Stan Rogers. I added to my Rycooter album collection. I have this on CD, but great album. Get Rycooter. Get Rhythm. The great Johnny Cash song. Ry does an amazing job on that. Ry's my favorite guitar player of all time, and this is an amazing record. It's these albums are easily found, and they're so good. If you ever see this in the wilds of the record stores, grab it. Rycooter, Get Rhythm, great album. And then I bought 2 CDs. My friend Jeff at Calico Silver loves this frickin' guy, Captain Beefheart. I'm having a hard time getting into him. I can't do Trout Mask Replica. I've tried. I'm sorry, Jeff. I like some of the stuff he did with Zappa, like he did the Bongo Fury album. There's some really good stuff on there. And he does Willie the Pimp off of Hot Rats, which I think is incredible. But I'm probably, to be honest with you, it's really mostly incredible because Zappa does some great guitar work in that song. So then I heard, speaking of Rycooter, that Beefheart's earlier albums, Rycooter's on them. And the one's called Safe as Milk. So I got that information from Jeff, I think, watched his channel. So I went on Discogs. I'm looking for the Safe as Milk album, and I find it in Canada on a Canadian seller on Discogs. $20. I thought, I'm going to buy it. Sight unseen, never heard. I order it, and then a couple days later, the guy comes back to me and says, I can't find the record to ship to you. Regardless, I don't know. I got the feeling he thought I was buying it too cheap and decided not to sell it to me, but you never know. Anyway, I didn't get it. So I was kind of disappointed. And then when I was at Zap Records the other day, he had the CD, Safe as Milk. Captain Beefheart. How do I describe this album? Very bluesy. Like John Lee Hooker, Howlin' Wolf bluesy. Like it's got that voice, and the guitar is just, you know, a lot of blues riffs, and really, but it's still got a lot of that Captain Beefheart wackiness to it that just makes me uncomfortable. I don't know. I've listened to it twice. I'm on the fence still. I'm trying hard. I am. I'm giving it more time. It might just be one of these albums, and you just finally the light bulb goes off, and you go, wow, that's freaking awesome. So, Safe as Milk. Filling out my Tom Waits collection. This is one I didn't have on CD or on vinyl, and it's I don't even know if it's available on vinyl or if it came out originally and it's just out of print and just impossible to find. Tom Waits' album Alice. A lot of people rank this as his best album. Um, I can't say that. Mule Variations is my favorite. I love Bone Machine. I like some of the early ones, Small Change. I love Blue Valentine. I love Heart Attack and Vine. Heart of Saturday Night. There's a bunch. Even the first one is Closing Time is great, but that's when his voice was, he hadn't found the growl yet in his voice. It was more singer-songwriter type stuff. Um, Tom Waits' Alice. Pretty good album. I'd heard it once years ago at my cousin's house. He played it, and that's other than that, I'm really not familiar with it. And yeah, it's nice to refamiliarize myself with it, and I'm enjoying it. Not sure I'm ranking it as high as everyone else yet, but it's good. Okay, that's about it. I'm watching. Oh, TV. Let's do TV for a second. I am watching. Anybody in Netflix? I love British shows. Nobody does TV better than the British. If anybody's not seen a show called Broadchurch that's on Netflix, do yourself a favor and watch it. Happy Valley's another one that was awesome. There's a few of them that are really good. I started to watch this one called Line of Duty. It's about police officers, um, and there's a division that investigates crooked cops, and they find this cop that they want to bring down, and it's really good. I watched the first. I think it was 5 episodes before they resolved the original plot. So I don't know what's happening next. There's 5 seasons, it says. So, but I'm really enjoying it. If you're into that kind of stuff, Line of Duty on Netflix. Um, Listen of the week. I want to get this album on vinyl. I've had it on CD since it came out, and I freaking love it. And the vinyl is a 4 album set. The Amazing Steve Winwood, Greatest Hits Live. Has anybody heard this? It's so good. It's like, and it sounds so good. And his band is just smoking hot on this. These performances are fantastic. So, there, if you want to pause it. It's got like I'm a Man. He does the Spencer Davis stuff and the Traffic stuff and his solo stuff, and it's just so good. Like I'm a Man, Fly, Can't Find My Way Home, Had to Cry Today, Blind Face stuff, Low Spark of High Heel Boys. It's a greatest version. Back in the High Life Again, Higher Love from solo albums, Dear Mr. Fantasy from Traffic, Give Me Some Lovin' from Spencer Davis. Man, like just what else is on here? John Barleycorn, he does an incredible acoustic version of John Barleycorn. While You See His Chance, Take It, Arc of a Diver from the title song from that great album, Freedom Overspill, and Roll With It. This is a freaking fantastic, fantastic album. 2 CDs. If you want to get the vinyl, it's a 4 record set. I think it sells for around $50 or $60 or something, but I got to get the vinyl because I bet you the vinyl sounds sweet because this CD is one of the best live sounding CDs I've ever heard. That's it, I think. Please do me a favor. Go to Lisa or Base to Base with Lisa and Glenn and subscribe to our channel and enter our contest. Our contest is simple, and we're not getting a lot of entries, which is disappointing. So all you have to do is, we did 4 videos. We're doing the 4th one this coming Thursday. Will be the last one of the 4 in the series that involve the contest. And we're going to be doing it on Carol K. We've spotlighted a different bass player every week. Marcus Miller, Jack Bruce, Victor Wooten, and Carol K is coming up this week. All you have to do is pick one of those bass players. Listen to just one thing they did. Go to YouTube and just Google Victor Wooten. First of all, you'll be amazed at how incredible these musicians are. And then you just have to come on, do a video saying, yeah, I watched this Victor Wooten thing called whatever. And then, you know, it reminded me of this that's in my collection, and pull out a record that you kind of played next. It doesn't have to be related to Victor Wooten. You could pick out an AB album. I don't care. But so it'll take you like a minute to do the video. And we have a grand prize that's worth $100. It's a book, a beautiful hardcover book, brand new, still in the shrink wrap. Geddy Lee's Book of Bass, which is an incredible music book. You don't have to be a bass fanatic to love this book. Trust me, I own it, and it's fantastic. One of the best music books ever released, as far as I'm concerned. Geddy did an amazing job. And then there's secondary prizes for each, whatever bass player you choose to do, there's a prize related to that particular player, CDs, videos, whatever. So there's lots of chances to win. There's not many entries, so there's even more chances to win, and you can win a really, really nice prize. One more thing. Oh my God. When you're doing videos, do you ever watch them back and you realize how many stupid things you... So, let me tell you what happened. We're doing this video on Victor Wooten, and I know Victor Wooten, you know, inside out. Like, I'm such a big fan. So Lisa was kind of riding shotgun, and I was kind of leading the conversation. So I was telling her this conversation. I was in this conversation. I was telling her about this concert that I went to with Victor at a music festival, and he's such an incredible musician, a bass player. He held 10,000 people in the palm of his hand, and they were up on their feet clapping and everything while he was doing this bass solo. It's unbelievable if you see him. But one of the things he can do is he can throw his bass up in the air and do a kind of a pure circle around and then turn around and catch the bass. So I'm trying to tell Lisa, explain this to her, but instead of saying bass, I'm saying banjo. I don't even know I'm saying it. And I said it 3 times. I didn't know this until I watched it back. So I'm saying, yeah, so he picks up his banjo and he throws it up in the air. And then Lisa's going, who, Bela Fleck? I go, no, Victor Wooten. And then you see, and then he catches the banjo, and then he twirls around. She's going, oh, but like, who are you talking about? I go, Victor Wooten. Like, what, are you in the same room as me? What's going on? And after I watched it back, I said banjo 3 times instead of bass. And then I was talking about one of their albums called Flight of the Cosmic Hippo, and I called it One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Now, they do have an album called Three Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but I don't know where the hell I got that from. So I'm just wondering, how many of you have ever watched a video back before you upload it and go, Jesus, I just called Bob Dylan John Lennon. Like, you know, like, what an idiot. So I'm thinking in real life conversations, how many times me or any of you would have a conversation with somebody and they kind of misinterpreted what you're saying, and you walk away going, what a freaking idiot that guy is. He doesn't have a clue. But I'm the freaking idiot. I was using the wrong words and not even noticing. Oh my God, that's crazy. Anyway, that's enough yapping. 33 minutes. I hope everybody has a wonderful day and a wonderful week. I'm sure I will be back with more stuff this week, contests and whatever. Have a great day. Peace out. I love you all. Thank you.